Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today something special for everyone wanting to ladder, possibly to Mythic. This is very competitive one. This is basically a Jeskai control. The meta build right now is very similar. You have different versions, but basically it's always the same choices. You have 4 flameless bolts, and watch the videos, you will see this card is so amazing it will change the world. Basically it's the best card in standard right now. 1 mana removal with exile. Other than this, we always have some mix of Abrades and Fires of Victory, because this is more value card. Abrade is because basically everyone plays the Bankbuster. I think right now it's like 56% decks or something like this have Bankbuster in them, in the top decks. So pretty insane. Bankbuster because from before what we just said. And yeah, we play exactly 4 counter spells. Guess why? Because invoke the spell, we cannot allow it to hit. Other than this, you always have some mix of sweepers. Available choices: Brotherhood Sand, Burn Down the House, and guess what? Farewell. The card that always wins you every game. And then some late game with Cardo. Usually I went for Teferi. I think Teferi is an interesting choice because not only it's your Cardo, it's also your win con. So, you know me, I hate wasting my slot for a hull breaker. Other than this, we have Teferi Celestus interaction and a lot of lands. About the win rate, I know you guys are interested. I've checked before the video. In 8 games we have played in Mythic ladder, we won 5 of them, we lost 3 of them. It's, I think, 63% win rate in like extremely high Mythic. It's all top 300 Mythic in the world games. So pretty darn decent, especially that literally all of the games I have lost are mana screws. I was at 5 mana for even like 4 or 5 turns, and I couldn't cast Farewell I had in the hand. That would win me the game every single turn. Alright guys, so that's it for the deck. Do not forget to subscribe if you actually want to support the channel. It will be extremely appreciated, and you will get a free cool control probably deck every single day. So I think that's a kind of win-win, so why not do it? And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed, so have fun. Alright, so if we are against control, we absolutely lose. If we are against aggro, this is a decent hand. It's not perfect, but at some point you will draw a single Bankbuster and it will fix everything. And as you can see, all that counts in current standard is, can you play every turn a removal spell? And the answer is yes, I am able to play a Flameless Bolt every single turn. Let's see the Talia. Smart, good gameplay, forcing us to make a decision right now. And this decision is, alright, you got it, because if this is the Talia, we won't be able to Flameless Bolt anything, and anyway. My tongue just got absolutely messed up on this sentence, but you get the idea. And we need double blue, but it will provide. A lot of pain lands, definitely hurting us a little bit. So we need to be careful. We need to hit 6. Farewell is how we win against soldiers, because of this stuff. And you need instant response, because the moment they put the counter, you are not a happy person. Alright, let's go like this, and the next land has to be a blue one. Eiganjo will become a removal, so we just got ourselves a nice pretty removal. Not what I want to see, honestly. And recruitment officer is kinda annoying, so right now it doesn't super matter what we play, because Talia, the most annoying card in standard for control players. And this is the only moment we can kill Talia, so let's see if he has another one. He can also get some value from recruitment officer. It might get, like, the game might get messy if he goes for the value, and apparently he seems to be going for it. The weakness for this deck, they have 0 effects with haste. So at the end step he will draw a card and then we will answer. Yep, there's no particular reason to do it, but maybe resolve reinforcements, you know. And this means that the board is empty, he will play something, and then we have full turn to respond with a Planewalker on field. And that's a really big deal. You want to keep board clear as long as they have no creatures. Oh my god, so annoying. I mean, this is pretty good Farewell. Please, just one more. Just you need to convince me that I really should farewell. Ah, we didn't get it. It is a good value, but we didn't draw land. Am I surprised? Not really. Honestly, not really. At this point, I'm used to not drawing my lands. I'm always even with aggro decks that play 5 less. And I want to play a land. I want to play a land right now, so I get my Bankbuster and something else. Alright? Not 5. My friend, it's still not 5. That's the land we want. Alright, and the second choice is extremely important. I think it's Teferi, because we already have Bankbuster, and after we, till we drain it, believe me, we will have all the cards in the world. So we just care about not dying. He should probably play a soldier. This is the best one he could get, but if he attacks with Recruitment Officer, I mean, he's losing something. And if he doesn't do this, we get a free trade. Because we would trade with something anyway, and he is losing everything anyway next turn. Unless he plays a counter spell, but honestly I'm not playing around counter spells. If they have it, that's good for them. What can I say? You cannot play around everything. Creatures for sure. Yeah. Creatures. If he has a counter spell, I will legitimately rage quit right now. No. Don't. No. Stop it. Don't touch this card. Just get your cards into the exile zone, please. Be a good person. Said Sloth for wearing the board for the 50 times in a day. Alright, I got super stressed about this trigger. What is this? Resolute Reinforcements, right? It's the only possibility for 3 mana. Soul Partition? What? Probably I don't understand this choice at all. I really feel this is probably the worst you can play in this kind of deck. As you can see, well, it didn't matter too much, did it? And we do not care. Against Mono Red, you definitely need a lot of life. Against this kind of deck, you can basically ignore them. Celestus is amazing, but Emperor is just good game. If he knew our hand, he would probably explode right now. Because he cannot beat the Emperor. Simple as that. Let's play the Bankbuster. That's some weird mana choices, but we have Teferi, the most important Planewalker creature. And I mean, let's go for blue, I guess. Alright, sorry, forgot. He might get Plaza, and Plaza, we cannot answer to Plaza, he will also untap, so we should just remove it. Well, we are nearing top 300, like, you know, even 200. Alright, we're going first. Abrade. Negate. You know what, I'll take it. A close one. We definitely need Izzet mana. Those decisions are really important. If you fall off during the game with the wrong mana, you basically might waste your full turn. And that's not something... It feels absolutely amazing, guys. It feels like, you know, just happiness. This is basically a happiness sound. We should probably... I love using Negate on everything, but we really need to be careful about Invoke Despair. Like, this is the case with the deck, and it's tempting to have, you know, a lot of... Guys, this is what you need to win the meta right now. You need to remove their first creature and they rage quit. That's how you get to top 300 Mythic, guys. Alright, our opponent is first. This will hurt, but this is why we have Flame Blessed board. This is exactly the reason why we play 1 mana spells to answer while being on the draw. Let's see if that's the Tenacious Underdog or the new Nantuko Shade. That is, you know, colorless for some reason. Interesting. One of the cards that gives exactly 0. I don't know what's going on, but I will play my Bankbuster and I will say go. Man, the fact that you can have Emperor together with Red Removal and just counter spells and Cardo, like, everything just fits. This is the first white mana. This way, we have a chance to draw full, you know, To play the Emperor on curve, basically what I'm saying. I'm a bit scared for Life of Toshiro Umezawa, because it accelerates the... No, it doesn't. Like, he will have 5 mana anyway. I mean, that's scary. So, burn down the house or the Emperor. See? If we played a different land, we wouldn't be able to play the Emperor next turn, and we wouldn't be able to kill Shorley. By the way, I have just showed my opponent that I have a 1 mana removal. That's pretty bad. It's fine. Let's see Invoke Despair, right? I wonder how they will play it out. They always have Invoke Despair, right? It's not possible they didn't draw them. Didn't draw it in 11 cards. That's way more than needed. The point is, really? No fear at all. Oh man, that's some bravery. This was really obvious Emperor, to be honest, but it's fine. Like, I guess they want to pressure anyway. Maybe they want us to force us into Emperor so they can play Invoke Despair. But to be honest, after using the Emperor, I kinda do not mind this deal. We have more cards than they do. And we are at 20, so the damage isn't meaningful, and the Bankbuster is here, and they use full... Yeah, I think that was their plan, to force the Emperor, but look at this. We are at 7 cards, right? To their 5. We have basically the same mana. It's going okay for us, I think. Burn down the house is super interesting, but it will get better. I think I can take this 2 damage. Especially that we have Emperors in the deck, we have Celestus, so we have ways to go higher, you know? Also, when he taps the Mishra's Foundry, in case he wants to do it, we can always Flame Blast board it. Not the case if he attacks with 1 and the second one is chilling, because he can pump it. Well, this is a strong card. This is... oh man. Is it Bankbuster? No, it's Memory Deluge. Memory Deluge is much harder to play. So we need to make sure that we use it on this turn when we actually have a shot. I hate it. This 1 damage really hurt me, but it's fine. That's a weird play. I guess he's fearing Abrade or Brotherhood Sands. But he could just do it in response, so I don't get the appeal. Alright, this is game deciding decision. Emperor, I think that's a given. Abrade is amazing here. And I have 2 more cards and Memory Deluge in the graveyard. I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough. We will see if I was right or wrong. We Abrade right now, so he doesn't get more draw. And this is exactly the Emperor mana. We can also Dissipate and Flame Blast board, it's not great. This is interesting. I'm on the verge of getting control over this game. We need 1 or 2 more turns. At some point he will probably activate both of them, or at least won't have enough mana for the pump. This is probably the best case for us, honestly. Oh man, Flame Blast board is basically the best card in Magic right now. Look at this. They can kill it in response, and probably they should. Honestly, I might even counter their feeble attempt at killing Underdog. This is a really good play, they should definitely do it. This is one of the few cards that answers Underdog. And we need to make sure... oh... I think it's worth it. It's kinda hilarious that we are fighting over killing his creature. Like, look how important the exile effect is. We baited the full card, and I used my best card for the matchup. And he scooped right after it. This, guys, this is why you play Flame Blast board. This card is so amazing. When you start using it, you will see. And we are top 380. Alright, guys. This is extremely sketchy hand. If we don't draw red... we are going first, we have double white for the Emperor. Going first and double white are the reasons I'm keeping this hand, because then it's basically like a 3-drop in a way. And when you have Emperor, she gives you so much time to play the rest of the hand. Without this card, I would probably mulligan, honestly. Alright, let's start with this one. Even though we can carve out perfectly, there is a chance I need white mana at turn 2. So why bother if we don't have to? And let's keep Otawara. There is always a small chance that you will keep drawing lands that have, you know, lands basically for next 5 turns. And then at turn 6 Otawara will be better than the other lands. And you get no downside. You know, small things like this usually don't matter, but it will win you like 1% more games. Oh man. I definitely need red mana. If we had red mana, we would just kill it for 1 mana and we would probably win the game. Because follow-up would die to Abrade, then we untap with counter spell, then we play Emperor and Teferi and farewell at the end step and we win. Alright, what is this stuff? When it dies to its power to any target. This is honestly not what I want to counter, but this is what I will counter. I mean, it's a creature. Unfortunately, half of the effect that he got was from the casting trigger. I need to hit red mana. I really... oh my god. So, mana screwed, color screwed. Cool. Well, our opponent is carving out with his very crappy version of the deck, but it doesn't matter as long as your opponent cannot play cards. That's the best strategy. You don't need to kill your opponent, just make sure he isn't allowed to play magic and then you probably win. This would die for 1 mana. Alright guys. Alright, this gives me hope. We have the answers. Question is 1 turn of not playing, can we come back from this, basically, especially that it's a pain land, so it will deal a lot of damage to us, at probably 2 or 3. So a harsh one, that's for sure. I'm not exactly sure how to play this one out, because we are so behind. We definitely need a -2 on the B scorer. No questions asked. Man, we're losing to such a crappy version of this deck, but, you know, they're basically getting free time walk, so it still wins. Tap an untapped creature, add 1 mana, cool. So, I think we -2 it. Then we exile this for 2 damage, basically. Oh, the damage from the Painlands will be absolutely devastating. On top of being, you know, super behind already. I'm doing -2 because if he has a single burn spell on the Emperor or something like this, we get 0 value and I cannot afford it. I'm too far behind. And I probably need like untapped red land that doesn't pain me. Honestly, white red land that is untapped is probably the best draw right now. I mean, not really. However, we need to make it work. And I probably have to go with the Teferi, guys. This is the problem. When you get behind, you actually waste your full value. Like, I'm wasting my best card in the deck just to survive 1 extra turn. This will die for free, basically. So, you know, not exactly what I would hope for, but this is what we have to do. We have to block. I know he will draw cards. We have no choice. We do not care about vigilance because we do not win by being aggressive. We win by finally drawing our lands. It's okay. It's actually extremely slow play. By the way, if I draw a land and play farewell, do I win? Like, I'm at 8 and so far he didn't have any burn spells. It seems like some kind of weird combo deck. Like with this one, he definitely has ways to pump the thing. Untapped? I don't know, he might play something like +X to attack. Because he has a lot of mana acceleration in the deck. And then sacrifice something. I think that might be the case. We did not draw land. Why am I not surprised? I should really start drawing lands at some point. Alright, that's pretty good. We definitely do it. I cannot believe it is possible we still win. And we definitely shouldn't after so much creatures and graveyards. I want to make sure that whatever he plays, it will die. So now the empty board. He has haste creatures, but 4 loyalty is a lot. And we have Emperor to start healing, and this is really important. This is not the correct choice. You will never kill Teferi with the cheek, and you are just wasting damage. Oh my god, so many paylands as well. Alright, so we can start healing. Do we go? I think we make 1 token, because we have enough removal to make sure that his next 4 top decks do not matter, unless it's direct damage, but so far we didn't see it. And when we start pumping the token, it will make sure that our opponent cannot, you know, win quickly. I will do it. I don't think he can burn us for 8. Not directly. Alright? Guys, I can just go super aggressive with the Emperor. Maybe this is okay. Right? I have enough removal. I'm doing it. We can make like 2 turn lethal, I think, if we go really hard with this one. Not exactly sure, but I think it's possible, right? I could also make another token, that would be even better. But no, drawing cards is probably nearly the same damage, and I have a chance of drawing some life gain like another Teferi. Alright, we also have counter spells if we have to hit them. Everything has vigilance, which makes attacking much easier. Yep, and next turn he will die, so I think that was a good decision. We need to close this game pretty quickly, or we die. If he was playing a good version of the deck, we would never win, by the way. Like, we were way too far behind for a meta version of this kind of deck. Right, sure. So in this particular situation, first, let's make sure that we don't pain ourselves. Oh, we would pain ourselves, so let's draw a card. Maybe Counterspell will be a better solution. I mean, okay. Alright, so how do we deal with it? The usual. The problem is that he gets the counter, right? So we need to take the 1 damage, unfortunately, but we still win the game, right? We resolve the first one, and we pay this 1 life. And the game should be over. It's what, 8? Yeah, and 2 cards, so it's exactly 10. We also can pump by 2 with those cards. Well, we won! Alright guys, going first with the most obnoxious hand ever. It feels really bad. A double Emperor, if we draw 2 lands, we can win against a lot of decks. I hate taking mulligan. This is as close to mulligan as it gets. I will take it, because we have Abrade, so we can make sure that we at least prolong for 1 turn whatever happens in this game. But this was absolute hardskip. Honestly, if I was in like big tournament, there is a really high chance I would mulligan this one, because it's risky. It can go very well. Okay, the upside is that I might play a decent game. The downside is that if I don't draw, I absolutely lose the game. So it seems that it's more on the, you know, losing side of mulligan. Probably 6 cards. 6 good cards would be better than this. However, if we draw 2 lands, and then we get like Flame Blast board or something, we should be fine. Mr. Sir Bageless, let's play the game. Alright, you start with this one always, so you don't need to pain yourself. As you can see, standard is just about having removal. If you have removal, you can basically play every game. If you don't, you lose every game. Amazing. Absolute full magic value. Let's see the 1 mana drop. Nothing. Alright. Interesting. He didn't have a 1 mana creature or 2 mana creature. He just has burn. Alright, so with normal hand, I think we would really beat this opening, because it's not the most like extreme one. Alright, Abrade. Let's see if he pumps. You always pass the first one quick, because they are very eager to do this stuff. And guess what? If he was the first one to do it, we can answer, and then Swift Spear dies. If we did it first, this would survive. So he's burning our first phase super hard. Yeah, we don't really have much choice. Getting mana screwed? Not great. But if we draw another land, there is a chance. Alright, now we know everything. So we absolutely need to remove everything we can, because the damage will be piling on us very quickly. So you are saying that there is a chance. Don't worry guys, they always attack. There's 0% he won't smork us. Pure smorkage. We will pain ourselves, fortunately for 1 damage. I'm scared about the burn spells. But he won't kill his Kumano to save 2 life. Because he wants to kill the Emperor, right? So let's see if we can kill him faster than he can burn us. This is the weirdest draw of Magic I have seen today. Like we drew 5 Planewalkers basically. And our opponent is playing Burn. If he plays creatures, we will win this probably. Oh no, this is so bad. I don't want to play with fire will kill it. I'm pretty sure this is a burn spell. It means that we are on 1 life. If we play the Emperor, we die. We need this. Alright. Alright, what is the chance? So this is not a creature. He would play it. They always play everything they draw. So if we play Teferi, make a token. It blocks a creature. Oh no, it's also Painland. Alright, I changed my mind. If that wasn't a Painland, I would go for the Teferi. Make a blocker and start from there. That's bad. Alright, is that the burn spell? There is a high chance it's a burn spell. I think, yeah, he had it since 2 turns. He just waited until we tap out, but it wasn't any difference. We basically fall behind because we got mana screwed, and as usual, the only games we are losing is mana screw. Alright, our opponent is great at Magic, so he starts, and we are bad at Magic, so we are on the draw. Let's see how punishing it will be. Sundown Pass is probably how we start. Nah, let's go like this. I don't think against this kind of deck 1 damage is extremely important, so let's go like this. And I mean, possibly we'll go to our normal gameplay from there. Yeah. Alright, so we have a counter spell, extremely important stuff. And soon we'll be able to start playing some Emperors for some extra pressure. I mean, a lot of Emperors for a lot of extra pressure. It can be enough to win the game if we keep playing those every single turn. Our opponent has Make Disappear probably, so let's bait them out. If he's playing so passively, he should have some counter spell. I guess he doesn't, which is absolutely glorious for us. Usually they have 1, so you need to go through it. I mean, right now, we are just capitalizing on the value. There is a chance he will go discard. And we might counter it, I'm not sure yet. Or just play another Emperor. Oh my friend, that's not the way to remove the Emperor tokens. If we can trade this for 3 cards, like, what about the 2nd and the 3rd Emperor? Our opponent is extremely low on cards already, it's just 5 cards for a control deck. Told you. Alright, Dissipate mana. Let's eat the Dissipate. I should wait until the end step, but I predict some kind of counters. Yep, 3 cards to go. Alright, and now things are getting a little bit serious. Because this is our nearly last Emperor, but mostly we can go Memory Deluge. He's playing super passively. I will draw a card. The reason I don't want to get another Make Disappear, and he's playing so passively that it really gives me some conviction that there is a chance he has another. And even if not, our Cardo should basically, you know, leverage our game, so we are winning basically. Like, we have more Cardo than he does. And that means that long game should favor us, especially that we already have so much. All we need to do is just counter some Invoke Despairs, and we should be fine. Next turn, yeah. That was the most passive, non-powered gameplay I have seen. Like, this was weird.